Hello, and welcome back to Sleepytime Stories from the Ranger's Grove. Adventures to fall asleep to. Today, we go back to ancient Japan with the legend of the 4 Cloud Cats. In the heart of ancient Japan, where mist clung to the mountains like a lover's embrace, there existed a village named Hoshigumo. Its people whispered tales of celestial felines who watched over them, their fur woven from dawn and twilight, their eyes like distant stars. These were no ordinary cats. They were the 4 Cloud Cats, born from the union of wind and water. Each cat embodied an element. Mizu, the eldest, flowed like moonlit streams. When drought parched the rice paddies, she would leap down from the skies. Her paws touched the earth, and the water burst forth, nourishing the crops. The villagers would find their wells replenished, and children would splash in the crystal-clear water, laughing. Kaze, the tempest cat, roamed the skies. His fur held the hues of storm clouds, and his eyes could whip up gales of gentle breezes. When the village faced typhoons or oppressive heat, Kaze would descend, his tail elongating into a shimmering comet trail. Amaterasu, the golden cat, embodied the sun's warmth. Her coat radiated light, and her eyes held the promise of a new day. When darkness threatened, Amaterasu would rise, her presence igniting hope. She would dance among the sunflowers, their faces turning toward her like devoted followers. Yami, the enigmatic black cat, emerged only in shadows. His fur absorbed moonlight, rendering him invisible. Yami was the guardian of secrets, the hidden paths, the forgotten stories. When danger lurked, he would slip through the night, leaving no trace. The villagers revered the 4 Cloud Cats. They believed that when hardship struck, these celestial warriors would descend, transforming into feline avatars. Their mission to aid the people in times of need. But one year, a tyrannical warlord named Lord Takeshi arrived. His greed knew no bounds. He demanded all of the village's rice, leaving the people hungry and desperate. The spirits of the 4 Cloud Cats convened atop the ancient shrine, a moss-covered stone structure where incense spiraled toward the heavens. "We cannot allow this," Kaze declared, his eyes like brewing storms. "We must protect our people." Amaterasu, her golden coat radiant even in the moon's glow, agreed. "We are their guardians. We cannot turn away." And so, they devised a plan. The harvest moon hung low in the sky, its golden glow casting elongated shadows across the rice paddies of Hoshigumo village. The air was thick with anticipation. The villagers huddled in their fields, their breaths visible in the crisp autumn night. They whispered prayers to the 4 Cloud Cats, their celestial guardians, who were said to descend when hardship struck. Mizu, the eldest of the feline quartet, stood at the edge of the paddies. Her watery form shimmered, moonlight dancing on her fur. She was the embodiment of flowing grace, her paws touching the earth like gentle ripples on a tranquil pond. When drought parched the land, Mizu would leap down from the skies, her touch rejuvenating the wilted stalks. Streams would burst forth, crisscrossing the fields, and life would return to the once desperate soil. Kaze, the tempest cat, perched on the mansion's roof. His fur held the hues of brewing storms, gray and silver. His eyes scanned the surroundings, alert and watchful. Kaze was the guardian of winds, the one who could whip up gales or gentle breezes. His tail elongated into a shimmering comet trail, and he could summon tempests to rattle shutters and sent leaves swirling. Tonight, his purpose was clear: to challenge the arrogance of Lord Takeshi. Amaterasu, radiant as the sun, stood before the mansion gates. Her golden coat glowed, and her eyes held the promise of dawn. She was the embodiment of warmth and hope. When darkness threatened, Amaterasu would rise, her presence igniting courage in the hearts of villagers. She would dance among the sunflowers, their faces turning toward her like devoted followers seeking solace. And then there was Yami, the enigmatic black cat. Yami emerged only in shadows, his fur absorbing moonlight, rendering him both visible and unseen. He slipped through the cracks, a phantom among the night. Yami was the guardian of secrets, the hidden paths, the forgotten stories. His purpose was to infiltrate the heart of darkness, to confront the warlord's greed head-on. Lord Takeshi's mansion loomed, a sprawling structure of dark wood and arrogance. Its lanterns flickered, casting eerie glows on the manicured gardens. The warlord feasted within, his table laden with delicacies, while the villagers starved. The scent of roasted meats and spiced rice wafted through the air. The 4 Cloud Cat spirits moved silently. Mizu flowed into the rice paddies, her touch rejuvenating the wilted stalks. Streams burst forth, weaving intricate patterns between the rows. The villagers watched in awe as water danced, breathing life into the land. Mizu's eyes blazed with determination. She would not let Lord Takeshi's greed wither their hopes. Kaze leaped from the roof, landing gracefully near the mansion gates. His eyes blazed like storm clouds. He raised his head, and the wind responded, a symphony of gusts and whispers. The mansion's shutters rattled, and the guards stumbled, disoriented. Kaze's purpose was clear: to challenge the warlord's arrogance, to remind him that even the mightiest structures could be shaken by nature's fury. Amaterasu stood bathed in moonlight, her golden fur radiant. She faced the guards, her gaze unwavering. "Step aside," she commanded. "The villagers' suffering ends tonight." Her presence was like a warm embrace, and the guards shielded their faces, blinded by her brilliance. Amaterasu's purpose was to ignite hope, to remind the people that even in the darkest hours, a new day would dawn. And then there was Yami, the enigma. His form shifted from darkness, his fur absorbing moonlight. Yami slipped through the mansion's side entrance, avoiding the guards. His eyes scanned the opulent halls, the silk tapestries, the polished wood, the decadent feasting table. Yami was the guardian of secrets, and he sought the truth hidden within these walls. Lord Takeshi emerged, his belly full from feasting. His eyes swept over the rice paddies, and he sneered, "What pitiful creature dares challenge me?" But Yami materialized before him, his form shifting from shadow. The cat's fur absorbed the moonlight, rendering him both visible and unseen. His voice, like rustling leaves, whispered, "Your greed has poisoned this land. You must repent." The warlord scoffed. "Oh, meerkat! I am Lord Takeshi." Lord Takeshi's arrogance wavered as Yami's eyes bore into his soul. The warlord's once imposing figure now knelt, humbled and broken. Shadows wrapped around him, binding him like invisible chains. His breath came in ragged gasps, and beads of sweat formed on his forehead. "You are not invincible," Yami whispered. "Your greed has consequences." Lord Takeshi's voice trembled. "What are you?" "I am Yami," the cat replied. "Guardian of secrets, the hidden truths you've buried beneath your opulence. Tonight, those secrets will be revealed." The mansion's lanterns flickered, casting eerie glows on the manicured gardens. The guards, disoriented by Kaze's tempests, stumbled toward the commotion, but Yami held them at bay, his eyes blazing with determination. Yami led Lord Takeshi through the mansion's opulent halls. Silk tapestries whispered stories of conquests and betrayals. Polished wood floors bore the weight of countless feasts. The decadent feasting table groaned under the weight of roasted meats and spiced rice. They reached a hidden chamber, a room Lord Takeshi had never entered. Its door was adorned with intricate carvings. A cat with outstretched wings, surrounded by wind and water motifs. Yami pushed it open, revealing a mural that spanned the entire wall. The mural depicted the 4 cloud cats in battle, their celestial forms elongated, their tails like comet trails. Mizu flowed through rivers. Kaze whipped up storms. Amaterasu blazed with sunfire, and Yami concealed shadows. Beneath the mural lay an ancient scroll, the Chronicles of Hoshigumo. Yami unrolled the scroll, translating the faded characters. "This is your legacy, Lord Takeshi. The truth you've hidden." The Chronicles revealed Lord Takeshi's origins. He had once been a humble farmer, a son of Hoshigumo. But greed consumed him. He discovered the 4 cloud cats' secret, their ability to transform into feline warriors. Lord Takeshi coveted their power, believing it would grant him dominion over the land. He betrayed the cats, capturing them in enchanted cages. He drained their magic, using it to amass wealth and influence. The villagers suffered, their crops withering, their wells running dry. Lord Takeshi's cruelty knew no bounds. But the 4 cloud cats' sacrifice would not be in vain. Before their magic waned, they left a prophecy. When the harvest moon rises, a descendant shall rise, a cat born of our combined magic. He shall reclaim our legacy. Yami turned to Lord Takeshi. "Haru, the tiny kitten born from our magic is here. He watches over the village, a reminder of our sacrifice." Lord Takeshi's face contorted with fear and regret. What must I do? Redemption, Yami said. Return what you have stolen. Rebuild what you have broken. And so Lord Takeshi confessed to the villagers. He redistributed the rice, built schools, and tended to the sick. The mansion became a refuge for the needy, its halls echoing with stories of transformation and forgiveness. As for Haru, the tiny kitten, he grew into his legacy. His fur held the hues of dawn and twilight. His eyes sparkled like distant stars. Haru watched over Hoshigumo, ensuring that greed would never again darken their beloved land. And if you listen closely on a moonlit night, you might hear the distant purring of the 4 cloud cats, weaving their magic through the winds and rivers. For legends live on, their lessons etched into the hearts of those who dare to change.